Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to MemilyMakes, or welcome if you're new here. I hope that you're all doing well and that you had a lovely weekend and start to the week. I have been very busy, as usual. I've started back at work the usual hours again this week. Last week, obviously, I had the New Year's Day off, the New Year's Day bank holiday, which was nice, gave me an extra day at home, which was wonderful. But yeah, it's always a bit of an adjustment, isn't it, going back to work after being off. But yeah, I think for us, we were busy for the whole of Christmas. We had a couple of days at home, just the two of us, and we managed to get a lot of sorting done, which was great. Our living room has never looked so good, let's put it that way. Excuse me. I also started building my Lego Titanic, so that is very, very exciting. I'm about 2/3 done. So in the big box, there's 3 little boxes. I say little, they're still big boxes, but there's 3 boxes. And Titanic, the build, in each of these 3 boxes, it's split up into 2 again. So it's technically 6 blocks that you build, and then you sort of squish it all together. So it's alright, I'm just looking at it, it's beautiful. I might put in a little snippet video of it at the end of this video. I'll see how I feel. Maybe a photo. But yeah, I'm loving it, and if you're interested, I will put in fact, I might just do it anyway, but obviously if you're not into Lego, don't bother watching, but I might put up some bonus footage because I've been doing a hyperlapse of the build. So if you're into Lego, if you're into seeing the Lego Titanic being built, I'll add those in at some point. But yeah, I've been loving it. It's such a good kit. It really is. Anyway, you're here for yarny business, so let's get into my agenda for today. I'm trying to be organised. Maybe it'll cut down the waffle a bit, but I realise I've already been waffling, so we're going well. So I have a finished object. Spoiler, I've rearranged the order. I thought I'd start with finished objects and then go into progress, because if I do progress first, you'll realise that something's missing. So I may as well just show you what I've finished. So I have finished 1 item, which is fabulous. And I mean, this might be no surprise, but I have finally finished my Nemezia Carnival socks. These are by Twinset & Pearl, the pattern, and the yarn is by Botanical Yarn, and it was their collaboration. So Botanical Yarn have been running a sock club, and they've been dyeing the yarn, and Twinset & Pearl have been doing the design. Unfortunately, it's not the most clear cut. There we go. So you've got this absolutely gorgeous these are lacy front. There you go, with these wibbly lines, which is absolutely stunning. And then on the back, you have these sort of straight lines with cables down the middle. And they're absolutely gorgeous. I really love them. And they are completely finished now. These are June 2022's instalment of the club, really. So they are done. They are finished. I'm at the halfway mark of the sock club for me, because I got 12 months worth of the sock club starting in January 2022. I do have a video in my Vlogmas section. There's a playlist from Vlogmas, and there's a video in there that goes through the other socks of the club for 2022. I have everything up to December 2022. They are continuing in 2023, but I won't be carrying on, as I've said previously, just because these are June's and I've only just finished them, so I'm very behind. But that is 1 finished object, so that means that if I finish another finished object, if I finish another project, then I can cast on something new, so that's exciting. Finished object 1, happy, done, brilliant. I'm so pleased. Right. Moving on to my works in progress. Now, I did show you last week my For Fox's Sake jumper, and there was something else I showed you. I cast on the Anthology Throw. Both of those I won't be showing in my progress this week because I haven't done anything on them. I've done like 1 row on the For Fox's Sake jumper, so it's not really worth showing one row. It's a love-hate relationship with that. I love the jumper and I really want to finish it because the finished product is going to be, it's going to be stunning, absolutely stunning. But I'm just not loving the floats, let's put it that way. With my Afmili sweaters, the Icelandic ones, the yoke on it, it was much easier for me to do because there wasn't such long floats at the back, whereby the For Fox's Sake jumper, there's a lot of long floats and it's taking its toll on me. I have to concentrate. it's not ideal, but that's why I've not done much on that. And the anthology throw, I consider it work, so I've just not done much. Anyway, that being said, I have done a lot of work, more than I thought actually. So I'm going to show you my rug first. So this will be the Diamond Lattice Rug by Lily Knits. I'm just making sure that my hook is secure because otherwise I'm going to drop the stitch. I don't know what is happening here. Oh, that's what's happening. Bear with me. Right, so again, this is the Diamond Lattice Rug by Lily Knits. Let me grab it. I've done quite a bit on this actually. Is this the front? Yes, it is. So here is where I showed you to last time. I moved the marker from last time and this is where I'm at now. I mean, I'm doing all right, aren't I? I think I'm getting there. I am getting there. I mean, it's such a big project that it's taking ages, but this is the first repeat done and I've started on the second repeat. I think there's 4 repeats to do. So it's not a massive amount of work, but sketch it that way, there we go. But you can see the design is really taking shape now and it's looking really, really good. So I'm very pleased. I'll show you the back. So that was the front. I'll show you the back. The back isn't too dissimilar from the front. And this is where I'm carrying. So I'm holding the 2 yarns together. And when I crochet with, I'm on the white at the minute, when I crochet with the white, I will carry the black at the back. If I'm doing on the wrong side, I'll carry it at the front, if that makes sense. So all the floats kind of are pulled through. You can kind of see it there, I think, where you can see the white thread sort of going around the back. That's kind of what's happening. But I mean, it looks reversible, doesn't it? If I fold that over, it kind of looks reversible, so that's great. But it's quite a tight crochet. But yeah, so I'm really pleased with my progress on that actually, because I thought it's just going to take forever. I mean, it is going to take forever, but I don't think it's going to take quite as long as I was anticipating. So I'm really pleased with the progress on that. Let me just scooch that out the way because it's a bit big. There we go. And my partner, again, is giving me many nudges on that rug, hence why I am progressing as best I can. Right, I have another work in progress to show you that I have been absolutely ploughing through, but I've not shown you it before. So to you, it's a new knit, but to me, it's a very old knit because I had it's a pair of socks. I'm very sorry, this episode is going to be very sock heavy. I've got a lot of socks in progress. But this pair of socks, I was doing samples for my hand-dyed yarn, and for one of the skeins, 2 of the skeins I did shawls, which I will show you in another episode, and this particular skein of yarn I wanted to do socks because I wondered what the yarn would do in a pair of socks, and it has behaved quite unusually as to what I was thinking. So it's been really interesting and I'm learning a lot from doing these samples. So these are, I'll show you the pattern first. I'm a big Twin Set and Pearl fan, disclaimer, but anyway, these are the Colin socks. I'll show you the name first, by Twin Set and Pearl, and they're inspired by Bridgerton, and they're absolutely stunning. They are absolutely gorgeous. So I decided to use that pattern with my yarn and I've got a very interesting effect. So here we are. Now, although it looks like self-striping yarn, it's not. It's more of a spiral than a self-striping. So although it does look self-striping, it really isn't. But there we go. That's the first sock. As you can see, there is pulling here from where the stitch count changed, which is absolutely fine. I quite like it. And again, on the back, you've got the lovely blue band. It kind of works because this is inspired buy the 1969 GT40 that won Le Mans, and it was in the Gulf colourway. So yeah, nice and stripy, we like that. But the only issue is when you're doing a really patterned item, when you have a heavily variegated skein, it's not really going to be showing the pattern as much as you'd like. So if I hold that up, you can see the pattern. It's just not as defined as if I'd used a single colour. But I do, oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. But yes, so this is the first sock that I did ages ago, and it was second sock syndrome. So I didn't actually cast on the second sock after finishing the first, which I believe is the best way to do it. So once you finish your first sock, immediately cast on your second sock, because then you're less likely to have second sock syndrome, I believe. But anyway, it took me ages to cast on the second one. So I cast the second one on after I finished my Nemezia Carnival socks, and here it is. So exactly the same as the other one, only there's a left and a right. So the pattern goes across. It's going to be really hard to show you that, actually. I'll show you with the other one. The pattern, that lovely swooping pattern, is only on one side. So when I turn it over, it's just a rib down that side. The way the rib's done is really lovely, by the way. I highly recommend this pattern. It is so much fun. So there will be a left and a right. So the pattern's on here and the pattern's on here. So that will match, or you could wear it the other way around and have it with the pattern on the outside. It's totally up to you. But anyway, I cast the sock on after I finished my other socks, and I have since done the leg, I've done the heel, I've turned the heel, and I am actually on the foot now. So I'm working my way down the foot. So I reckon I can get these done at least the weekend, if not before, which will mean I can cast on another project, because that will be 2 finished items. So yeah, that's another sock that I'm working on that I'm hoping will be a finished object next week. That is the plan. So those are the Colin socks. Now, the other work in progress that I've got to show you is, again, another one that I haven't shown you. I have spoken about it. It is the Botanical Yarn Twin Set and Pearl Sock Club. It is July's instalment for 2022. I did touch upon it and say that I cast the socks on when we went to Stockholm in November, but I never actually showed you the sock. I only have one of them. I haven't finished a sock, basically, but this is the progress for the sock, as you can see. I tell you what, I'll show you the pattern first. I don't know why it's sitting right in front of me. So here we are. This is July's instalment for 2022, and it was the Rose Queen socks by Twin Set and Pearl. So again, I don't know what is wrong with my throat. It seems as soon as I turn the camera on, my throat just decides to clam up. One moment, please. Yeah, a bit of decaf coffee this morning. That'll sort me out. Actual coffee would sort me out, but never mind. So anyway, these are the Rose Queen socks by Twin Set and Pearl. Again, this is July's instalment for Botanical Yarn Twin Set and Pearl collaboration, and this was July's. So yeah, this pattern was so much fun. I just kept knitting away at them in the hotel room, and as I say, here I am. I'm on the heel flap. So I've done the leg, done the cuff, done the leg, and working on the heel flap. I don't entirely know why I haven't finished the heel flap. It's one of the smallest and easiest parts to do of a sock, aside from the heel turn, that is. But yeah, I don't know why it's still there. It's still not done. But yes, again, these are a left and a right. So on one side, you've got this absolutely beautiful lacework motif that goes down both sides. And then the other side is just a stockinette. But yeah, absolutely loving these socks. And I can't wait to get knitting on them again. So once I've finished my Colin socks, I'm going to... Sorry, the needle's hitting the table. Once I've finished the Colin socks, I'm going to plough ahead with these, hopefully. And hopefully get at least this sock finished. I doubt it will be finished this week, because obviously I've got to finish the Colin socks. But yeah, so that's another item that I will be starting work on very, very soon. So I thought I'd show you the progress now. I can put in a progress marker And then when I show you next week, hopefully I'll have done some work on them, hopefully. But yes, those are July's. Right, that is it for works in progress. Again, I'm not going to show projects that I'm not actually working on. I only showed the Rose Queen socks because I will be planning to work on them. So I'd rather show you the progress now because they are moving up in the whips pile, if you like. So anthology throw and for fuck's sake jumper, I'm hoping to do some work on maybe this weekend. So I might have something more to show you next week with regards to them, but that's why they're not in this episode. Right, so what have we got next? Cast on. I have cast on, but I'm giving myself a free pass on this one. I know I said I have to finish 2 projects before I cast anything on, but this is a free pass. And the reason being, let me grab this. I don't have the pattern to show you, but I did show you in last week's podcast. It is let me get it right, the Battenberg blanket by Cherry Heart. I think it's Sandra Paul, I think her name is. I will put the information below. But yes, it was recommended to me as a leftover project. And I have done a few squares, only two, mind. But I've taken my colour one from my advent and I've cast on 2 squares. So there they are. 2 very, very cute little squares. And I think they're absolutely gorgeous, personally. They're very, very delicate. And I think it's going to be a very light, nice blanket when it's done. But the reason I'm giving myself a free pass on this one is because it's a leftover project. So I'm using up the leftovers from my advent shawl. That's why it's a free pass. Plus, I'm not going to be ploughing away at it too often. I'm just going to do some squares, and until the ball is used, I'm going to just put them in the packet with the squares, and then when I've got time, I'll get to it at some point and I'll start putting it together. But I think my thinking on this, now it's a dark colour or a colour and then a contrast pale colour as the interspaced squares. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the heavily variegated darker colours as the coloured squares, and then the paler squares I will actually use the less variegated, more pale colours, because there were some really pale colours in the shawl, and I'll use them as the interspaced ones. I think that might work. I'm just going to plough ahead with squares and see what happens. But again, that's a back burner project. This is a long-term project, so another reason it's a free pass. So I keep telling myself. But yes, so that is what I've cast on. Technically, that's what I've cast on. But there we go. That ball's going to roll. No, we're all good. I thought it was going to roll on the floor, but it's fine. Okay, so plans. I went through a couple of my plans last week, and it was, I've got to remember now, it was a sweater by Andrea Mowry, Pink Haze, or Pink Fizz. I think it's Pink Fizz. And the other one was the Monsoon Season Cowl by Twinset and Pearl. I'm just grabbing the yarn again. So my plan is, I've got one finished project, so I need to finish one more. I will finish the Colin project, the Colin socks. I will do that this weekend at least. And then I will cast on a new project, is the plan. So I plan to cast on the Monsoon Cowl. This is the yarn. I've shown the pattern in previous episode. And plus I'm not entirely sure where I've put it, so I need to find it. But this is the yarn I'm going to use, and it's by Fruitful Fusion. The main skein is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk, and it's fingering weight. And I'm going to hold that together with this beautiful skein, and it's 74% baby Surrey alpaca, 26% mulberry silk, and it's a heavy lace weight. So I'll hold those two together for that project. I think it's going to be a really quick project. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't read the pattern, surprise, surprise. But I believe it's going to be quite a quick project because it is a cowl. So hopefully it will come together really quick, and then I will have, I doubt it's not going to be finished next week. It will take me a week or two to do it, I imagine. But yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be quite a quick little project. Very excited because I am anxious to cast something on. I miss casting on. I miss projects, new projects, shiny things. I miss them. Right, so I do have a bit more time, which is great. I'm on 20 minutes. Fabulous. So I have a couple of extra things to show you this week because it was mentioned in a comment that it would be nice to see some more of my projects that I finished previous to my YouTube channel. And I also had it mentioned to me that my opening image and my closing image have projects on them, and could I show those projects? So yes I can. I have them right here, so I will show you them now if my throat holds up. Bear with me again. Honestly, you go back to work and it just all goes pear-shaped. Right, so I do have those projects here. I can't remember off the top of my head which order they're in. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's been a week since I last looked at those images. But I will start with the one I've got on the top here. So in one of the images, on the opening and closing credit images, there is a sort of aqua duck egg colour sweater, and this is it. You will probably have seen it a bit like that, maybe. I can't actually remember. But yes, this is one of those projects, and it is, I've got it here. This is, it's not a very good image. There we go. You can kind of see it, but I think a lot of people know what this is. This is the flax pullover by Tin Can Knits, and it's quite a popular pattern, and I know why, because it's absolutely wonderful. So this is the, let me get the yarn. This, I believe, is the Aran weight, the heavy weight one. Let me double check the yarn. It doesn't actually say. It tells me what the yarn is, but it doesn't. Superwash. Worsted, there we go. Worsted weight yarn. Let me go back. All right, so this is my flax sweater, and I absolutely adore it. I have been back and forth with it. Let me put it on for you. I have been back and forth with this one because, there we go. There we go. I'm wearing the wrong top to show this, but that is my flax sweater. I do really, really like it, but I have been, as I say, back and forth with it. I love this garter panel down the sleeve. Absolutely beautiful, and the way it connects to the top, really, really lovely. And again, I love the raglan sort of style going down to where the sleeve is. I do love it, absolutely love it. I don't wear it though, and I think the reason for that is because I'm not convinced it's big enough for me. I think, and I get a bit, yeah, I think I'd prefer a scoopy, but that's just me. The pattern is so much fun, and it knits up so fast because it is a worsted weight yarn. It knits up so fast, and as I say, it's just so much fun to make. They also do a light version, which is in fingering weight. Obviously I've not made that one yet, but it is in my queue, but whether I'm going to make it, I'm not sure yet. Oh, I love this. I do actually love this sweater, but again, I'm just not sure about the sizing of it. The sleeves are far too short, so I had two ideas I've been playing with, and I think I will either frog the whole thing and start again and make a bigger size, because I have plenty of the yarn. The yarn I used, quickly touch upon that, is Paintbox Yarns Simply Aran. There we go. And it is 100% acrylic. I know, but oh yeah, no, I love this. I absolutely love it. The colour is 232. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a colour name. I think it did on the website, and I think it might have been, no, I don't want to say I think it was duck egg, because it probably wasn't, but the colour is 232, and it's Simply Aran by Paintbox Yarns. I do love it, and I have tons of this left. So half of me thinks just frog the whole thing and make a bigger size. I'm not sure. Keep pulling it the wrong way. Frog the whole thing and start again, or just take the cuff off and make the sleeves longer. I'm not sure yet. Really not sure. It's a massive dilemma for me, but I do love it, and the pattern again is so much fun to make. Highly recommend the pattern. And yeah, it is just absolutely stunning. As you can see, lovely rib for the neck. Nice wide rib actually. The only thing, it does sit a bit high here, but again, that's just me being me and my preference. Shoulders, again, you've got this lovely ridge going down of the garter stitch. Oh, it's just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I do really like it. I do really like it. I just need to decide on the sizing. And the other thing, I cast off really tightly. You can't see, but I cast off really tightly. So I think I'd like to maybe I just need to redo the ribbing. I don't know. But yes, that is my flax sweater by Tin Can Knits, and the lovely dilemma that surrounds it. But yes, I love the colour as well. Really, really love that colour. I think it suits me, the colour. I think. Yes, I think it does. Anyway, the other sweater that is, oh, let me get the yarn band. Oh, it's on the floor. Oh, dear me. The other sweater that is in the other picture, so again, I can't remember whether it's the end or the start picture, but the other picture is this sweater. There we go. So you'll recognise the white and the blue stripes, hopefully, from the image. If you don't, you might see it at the end of this video. You might have seen it at the start of the video. I think it's the end video, actually, the end image. Right, so this sweater is the Light Breeze sweater by All About Amy. Absolutely love Stephanie's designs. They're absolutely gorgeous. So that is the sweater, and it's All About Amy. Now, I absolutely adore her designs, adore them. A lot of them are oversized, which is great. And this one is definitely oversized. So I don't wear it too often. I wear it when I need something a bit cozy, and I just feel like throwing on something really loose and just enjoying. So I'm going to quickly slip it on now. There's no front and back, similar to the other one, and this one is a boxy sweater. It's really not going to look good with this t-shirt. You can have the neck as wide or as not wide as you want. I'm trying to think which way it needs to go. There we go. Right, let me go back. Okay, so here it is, and it's massive. It is just huge. I can't really get a decent, move the chair, sorry. I mean, it is absolutely huge. I could live in this. It's just massive, and I'm not sure it really does me justice. But yeah, I mean, I don't wear it very often, and when I do, I just love curling up in it because it is something that I can just curl up in. Again, the neck is very, very wide. You can have it again as wide or as short as you want. I may bring it in a bit. I'm not sure yet. Sorry, I'm looking at the feed that's showing me what you're seeing. Yeah, I mean, it is massive. I think it might be a bit too big. This is the other one was just a smidge too small. This one is too big, and I need just right. But yeah, it is one that I just throw on. It's like an hoodie. Again, other brands are available, but if you know what an hoodie is, then really oversized sort of blanket thing that you can live in. That's kind of what this is. To me anyway. It is lovely, and I love the yarn. I used the yarn that the pattern called for, so it was Lion Brand Feels Like Butter. Let's see if we can do that without it. There we go, Feels Like Butter. And I only have the ball band for the white, so I used white, and I also used blue. No, it's not there, is it? No, it's not there. So I used the white, and then I used the blue. Now the blue, you can find the name for the blue in her pattern, because I used the exact colours that she used, because she's got very good taste in colour, let's put it that way. And plus you can't beat a classic blue and white sweater. It's alright, I've got threads just living everywhere. So this is that sweater. And yeah, I do like it, but as I say, it's not one of those that I'm going to wear out. The neck is, I've probably made it far too big, but on her picture it is quite big. I don't know. I don't love it. I like it. Yes, I like it. That's the best. The same with the flags. Love the pattern. Absolutely love the pattern. Cannot fault it. But my interpretation of it was perhaps the wrong size. So yeah, I still need to think about that. Let me know what you think. Should I frog it? This one I'm not. This one's staying. This is just a comfy, cozy, throw on at home sort of thing. That's what I like it for. But yeah, I'm not sure about the flags. Let me know what you think. Should I frog the whole thing? I am leaning towards frogging the whole thing just because I feel like if I'm not comfortable or happy with it fully, maybe I should frog the whole thing and then do a bigger size and see how I feel then. I think I'm more likely to wear it then. But who knows? Anyway, I completely digress. This yarn, just quickly, is super, super soft. It is 100% polyester, which surprised me because it is so soft. It's really soft. It's not the cheapest yarn, but no, it is really, really soft. Really soft. And yeah, really warm. But anywho, I have, what am I doing today? It's my flexi day today, so I've got a bit of work to do. I'm going swimming later. My swimming lessons have started up again, so I'll be going to those. Yeah, I think I will probably do a bit of tidying, a bit of cleaning in between all of that. Obviously some knitting, because yeah, I did well last week, I think, with my knitting and everything else. So I think if I can do another good plough away at my rug, it's alright, just looking at it off to the side. If I can finish my Collins socks, even better, because then I can cast on a new project. I know that's not the idea, but at least if I'm limiting myself to 2 projects that I have to finish, yeah, should be good. Right, anyway, I do have a couple of ideas for you in the works. I don't know when I'm going to be doing them, but there will be a couple of bonus videos that will be coming out that aren't Lego Titanic. They will be yarn based, so I'm thinking of doing a bonus video on my trolley, just a little overview of the trolley. There is also a bonus video of thinking about some books that I have, but I might include that in with the tools that I use. I'm not sure yet. I might just do some small videos. There was another one. Another one was, I think I might dig out all of my works in progress, every single one of them, and then go through them with you. Let me know if that's interesting to you, because then I can sit there and just go through the projects. I can frog them, I can I can figure out why they're still works in progress. Let me know if that's interesting to you, but definitely I'm just going to write it down, craft trolley. My memory is terrible. Craft trolley and books and tools. Yes, so those are in my mind. I don't know when I'll be doing them. It just depends on time, when I've actually got a bit of time. I'm going to have quite a busy weekend. So I will see how it goes. And obviously I work most of the week. But yeah, anyway, I've kept you long enough. I hope that you have an absolutely amazing rest of the day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Hi everyone, just checking back in. I forgot to mention about the Toft projects that I'm working on. So I'm working on a couple of gift Toft projects. One of the plans has fallen through and I have admitted defeat. Admit defeat when you need to, honestly. You need to, yeah, it's not worth the stress or the hassle. So I've admitted defeat on one part of that. But I'm still working on 3 Toft projects, and I've done all the legs. I'm just working on the other body parts. 2 of them are nearly done, and then I'll work on the face features and all of that. But yes, so that's where I'm at with the tough stuff. It's still happening. It's just obviously I can't show you because they are surprise and I don't know who's watching. So I don't want to spoil it for them. I really want them to be a surprise. That being said, I also said that I would show you Titanic. So bear with me, bear with me. And here she is. This is the wonderful progress I have made. As you can see, she is rather large, as we expected, but it's a very, very clever build. I love it. Very, very pleased. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Excuse the table there. As you can see, I have a number of project bags. 3 of them I have made. I'm completely digressing, but 3 of them I have made. And one of them is, so that one over there is Botanical Yarn. That was their Kickstarter campaign to help her get a van. Have Yarn Will Travel, that was it. So that's that one. Obviously Star Wars. I made this one, Halloween, Star Wars fabric. And then these 2, again, I made these and they are Japanese fabric. But yes, and then there's more yarn here. My lovely bucket of projects that I just haven't finished. And here will be where the rug will go when it's done, down here somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying not to show you the table because it's a mess. But down there somewhere is where the rug will go. But yes, Titanic. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and quickly, look at the little cross section. There is another cross section over here. You do have to, oh no, it's this one, isn't it? You have to pull this out and then you pull it apart and there's a cross section in there as well. But let's not do that while I haven't got both hands. But yeah, there you go.